Please don't arrest me. I'm a Hall of Famer. Did you ever try that to get out of a ticket? Well, I'll let you know which professional did today on the program. Good afternoon and welcome to the podcast. I'm Nick Drago. Today on the show, we got to talk about the NBA because the trades are going to start tomorrow. And of course, there's 4 million rumors going around. And of course, we have a plan for the NHL and a lot of NFL games from this weekend. Plus, Tiger Woods did not win the Masters, but we'll let you know who did. Stick with us, friends, because sports starts now. And welcome to the Sports Podcast with me, your host, Nick Drago. For those of you that are new to the program, welcome one and all to my humble abode, where we talk all about sports and nothing but the sports. And if you've never been here before, then you should know we talk about all the things and fun stuff that happened over the previous week and its implications for the next week, month, year, whatever, etc. I had a good weekend. We did our little Friendsgiving here, COVID style, so it was like 2 people. It's fine. 4 people, whatever. We had fun. It was fun. So yeah, quick and easy, let's not infect the world, everybody. The cases are rising, but keep those masks on, keep your hands clean, and gosh darn it, don't go to the gym past 10 p.m. if you live in New York, because apparently that's when COVID's a big deal. 10 p.m. Who knew? All right, friends. Enough shitting on Andrew Cuomo. Let's talk about some sports here, right? All right. And by the way, if you like what you hear on the show, you can find me on all your favorite sites. Just type in sports with Nick Drago. You can find me on Facebook, SoundCloud, Twitter, and the YouTube. I don't use the Twitter as often as I should, I guess, but we'll get there. It's fine. No big deal. You can find me on all of those things, and you can email me directly, sports3xpodcast@gmail.com. I love when fans reach out, tell me what they want to see, hear, and smell on the show. You can't smell through your podcast headphones? Then you need some new headphones. When is iPod going to invent those things? Apple, whatever. All right, friends, what do you think? Should we get into some of the sports fun from this week? There's quite a few things that went on. So let's start with our football games. The Colts got a win over the Titans on Thursday, 34-17. I should note here, the Titans were undefeated until 3 weeks ago. Now both them and the Colts are 6-3. They're actually, technically, even though they're tied same record, they're in second place now because they lost to Indianapolis. The Texans and the Browns, this game was 3-0 in the third quarter. Browns ended up winning 10-7. Washington loses to the Lions 30-27. Buccaneers got a big win over the Panthers 46-23. Tom Brady looked abysmal last week. I mean, terrible. This week, though, he has 341 yards and 3 touchdowns. Big win there for Mr. Thomas Brady. The Eagles fall to the Giants. The Giants win 27-17, and now they are 3-7 in second place in that division. The NFC East is a mess, people. An absolute mess. Eagles will hold on to first place, but no touchdowns for Carson Wentz, 208 yards. And Wentz is in hot water right now already in Philly. The fans love him. They think he's a great guy, but I think everybody here is thinking he's a bit gun shy. All right, Packers and Jags. Packers got a win, 24-20. It was a close one, though, to be sure. Cardinals beat the Bills, 32-30. An impressive duel of the young QBs. Josh Allen, 284 yards, 2 TDs. Kyler Murray, 245 yards. Good game there. Good game. All right, the Dolphins, they got a win over the Chargers. Oh, my gosh. Tua lit it up. 169 yards with 2 touchdowns. All right, lit it up was a bit of an over-exaggeration, but he did good enough. He got them there. That's all that's important. Raiders got a win over the Broncos, 37-12. Rams beating the Seahawks, 23-16. That is a huge deal because now both teams are 6-3. 3, Rams and Seahawks. We'll look at the standings in a moment here. Steelers going to win over the Bengals. They will remain undefeated. Big Ben, 333 yards and 2 TDs. Steelers are now 9-0. 49ers, they get a win. No, they don't. 49ers lose to the Saints 27-13. I should note, though, Drew Brees had to step off the field. Jameis Winston came in and went 6 for 10, 63 yards. So not a big passing day for the 49ers, for the Saints. Why do I keep calling them the 49ers? Not a big passing day for the Saints, but they do come out with the win 27-13. Hopefully things don't go too bad with our buddy Drew Brees. The Ravens and Patriots, they're playing tonight. That game probably has already started in my current time zone. You guys seeing this tomorrow already know the outcome, but if I had to guess, I think the Ravens are going to destroy them. Just saying. Vikings and Bears, that game's going to be tomorrow. That should be fun. And then let's take a quick look at next week's matchups. Cardinals and Seahawks, that's going to be a game that you will want to see. Both teams are having an incredible year. I'm definitely into that one. Titans and Ravens, yeah, maybe that could be fun. Eagles, they could beat the Browns. That could be a win for the Eagles. Saints and Falcons on a normal year would be exciting. Not so much this year. And, yeah, not much to get excited over. Packers-Colts, that could be a good game. It's hard to say at this point if the Colts are the real deal, but this could be a good big test for them. All right, let's look at those standings. So right now, AFC East, the Bills are 7-3. They are on top, followed by the Dolphins at 6-3, the Patriots at 3-5, and the Jets at 0-9. They had a bye week, so we're gonna take a bye from pooping all over them. The Chiefs are 8-1, Raiders 6-3, Broncos 3-6, and the Chargers are 2-7. AFC North, of course, the Steelers still on top. Ravens are 6-2, but they play tonight, so it could be 7-2 tomorrow. Browns are 6-3, Bengals 2-6, and the AFC South, you have the Colts and Titans tied at 6-3 apiece. Texans are 2-7, and the Jags are 1-8. If the season were to end right now, it would be Bills, Chiefs, Raiders, Colts, Ravens. We almost lost our thing there. Actually, probably the Ravens if they win today, and then you'd have a toss-up. It could be the Titans, it could be the Raiders, or it could be the Dolphins in the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Patriots, the Broncos, the Texans, not getting in. Not getting in. All right, to the NFC. Eagles remain on top of the NFC East at 3-5-1. Yup. Giants are behind them at 2-7. Washington 2-7. Cowboys 2-7. Enjoy last place, Cowboys. NFC West, you have the Cardinals at 6-3, Rams are 6-3, and the Seahawks at 6-3. That's why that Cardinals-Seahawks matchup is so important on Thursday. The winner of that is going to move up to first place in the division and could hold it depending on what happens in the Rams game. 49ers, though, they're 4-6. They're not far off, but probably not getting in. In the NFC North, you have the Packers at 7-2, Bears are 5-4, Lions are 4-5, and then the Vikings are 3-5. NFC South has the Saints at 7-2, Buccaneers 7-3, Falcons 3-6, and the Panthers at 3-7. Okay, so if playoffs started right now, right? Eagles, Cardinals, Packers, and Saints would be in. The Buccaneers at 7-3, Tom Brady would be getting in. And then it could be the Rams, it could be the Seahawks. It'd probably be whoever comes in second in the NFC West. I should note the Eagles, with a losing record, would still host a game in the first round. Yup. Well, over Wild Card Weekend. They would not get a bye unless they really go on a tear. And I think even if they do, it'd be really hard for the Packers would have to lose a bunch of games. The Saints, the Bucks, it just wouldn't work out. And it's more of a pipe dream than anything else. All right, Jameis Winston, we mentioned that. The Saints, by the way, I did not mention this. The Saints are a bit hot water this week after a video surfaced of them celebrating in the locker room, no face masks, after beating Tampa Bay last week. They blew them out, I think, 38-3. But the significant thing here is that the NFL is threatening to take away a draft pick from them. So this could be and sorry, let me recollect my words here. The Raiders recently had a similar situation. They were fined $500,000 and a 6th-round pick. It's very likely that the Saints could have a similar punishment, if not more harsh, to really get their point across. All right. Are we ready to move on to the NBA? I'm so ready. Trades can begin again starting Monday afternoon. Yes, the NBA has had a ban on all trades for quite some time. That is about to change. And you know what? There's going to be a lot of players being moved. There's a bunch of big rumors going around, but I will say the most definite, this is absolutely happening. Dennis Schroeder is being traded from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Lakers. That's right, the rich get richer. Schroeder's 27 years old, just about to hit his prime, and averaged about 18 points per game last season. This young guard is definitely something that the Lakers need. Pairing him up with Davis and LeBron is going to be huge, and I think they had to give up Danny Green in order to get him. Their 28th pick, Danny Green, and the number 28 overall pick were sent to Oklahoma City. But what I'm hearing is that the Lakers also aren't done. They could be trying to make other moves as well. So keep your eyes to the ground and your ears peeled for other Laker moves over the next couple days. One such being, this was another rumor that popped up this week. DeMar DeRozan wants out of San Antonio, or did San Antonio just want out of DeMar DeRozan? The Lakers have popped up as a potential trade partner. I'm not sure what assets they'd still have that the Spurs would be interested in, but I'm sure they could scrounge something up. By the way, preseason announced for December 11th to December 19th. That's only 4 weeks away. And then, as we said, December 22nd is when the season could resume. We had said that last week on the show. Teams played 3 to 4 games or so in that span, and then season begins. And I think that's pretty close to the mark to what I had said last week and the week before, because the NBA they're trying not to lose money. They want to get back on the court as quick as they can, and a lot of the players want to get back as quick as they can. Some of these guys haven't played a game since March. That's right. Remember that. Like, not everybody went into the bubble. There's about 10 teams or so that haven't played together in a very long time. That sort of just got thrown in the middle of my rumor mill here, but there's a couple of big rumors I want to talk about. James Harden and Russell Westbrook story came out this week that the two of them are not exactly happy with the direction that the Houston Rockets are going in, and either one could force a trade or just try to get the hell out of there as quick as possible. There's also talks that they don't want to play together anymore, and that makes sense. Both players are fantastic when they are the guy, right? Harden and Chris Paul worked together for a while because they played the same position, so, they weren't always on the court together. Russell Westbrook, meanwhile, has always played his best without another superstar next to him. Played really well without Durant, without Harden. He had a bit of a drop-off when he played with Paul George last year. He had a bit of a drop-off this year playing with James Harden. So I think Westbrook wants to be the guy, and a couple teams have been talking about bringing him in, and there's a potential that they could trade him. Although, there's a potential they hold on to him and just get rid of James Harden. It really depends, because like I said, both players are upset or questioning the direction of the Houston Rockets. So let's break down James Harden first. There's been many more rumors surrounding him than Russell Westbrook. So Harden, first off, the top of his list, and this has been all over the interwebs today, top of his list is the Brooklyn Nets. Can you imagine that? Durant, Irving, and Harden on a team? That would be amazing. Durant and Irving together is probably a top 3 team in the East. But now you add James Harden to the mix, and you're talking about a potential championship caliber roster. In the West, right now you have the Lakers. Yes, they're the defending champions. You have the Warriors, which are the sleeping giants. Everybody has completely written off the Warriors. But remember, they're going to be healthy this year. Curry's going to be back. Green's going to be back. Thompson's going to be back. The Warriors could be back in full force. So, yeah, another 3-star team that could run with them, run with the Lakers. Yeah, you put Harden on that super team, and you're talking about a potential championship victory. There's other teams, I'm sure, that are involved. I had heard a couple things about the Celtics possibly going after Harden. I've heard... Let's see. Oh, and I was talking last week about the 76ers. It seems very likely if Harden's going anywhere, he's going to the East. Westbrook's a little tougher. So Westbrook has this massive contract with 3 years left on it. There are not many teams that are going to be willing to take that on. But one such team is the New York Knicks. I know, I'm a Knicks fan, so I bring up these crazy rumors every week. But there are reports out there that the Knicks are seriously exploring a Russell Westbrook trade, but only if they can get him on the cheap. Really, if Houston's unloading him, they're unloading him because of his horrible contract. The Knicks don't have that many assets. They're committed to keeping their young stars, or so they say. Coach Tibbs is looking to win right now, or win and get to the playoffs as quickly as humanly possible. It's going to make him look really good if he does, for sure. But the Knicks have a few things they could bait out there to get Westbrook with the draft this week. Could they trade a pick? Could they trade? They have the 7th pick in the draft. I don't know, or is it I think they have the 8th pick in the draft. I don't know. But, so Russell Westbrook, look for him to possibly be on the move. Again, that would be a massive contract. I think, let's see, $132.7 million left. He had a 5-year deal, 3 years are left on that deal. So, and the Charlotte Hornets, they're the other team that we're seriously considering bringing him on. And it would be a good fit, because he could be the superstar on that team. There's nobody else. Those teams don't have anybody. I think it would be a good fit for Russell Westbrook. Those sleeping giant Golden State Warriors submitted a plan this week that they want to possibly allow 50% capacity at their home games. Oh, guys, have we been seeing the numbers? Those COVID numbers are not positive for you. I'm sorry. No, I don't think I just don't see fans at these games anytime soon. Maybe after a vaccination is out. I don't really know, but I don't think that's going to happen. Kevin Porter of the Cavaliers was arrested Sunday morning in Ohio on a gun charge. He was in a single car crash. I don't have the full details here. But while the police were responding to said car crash, they found a loaded handgun. That's always fun. He was arrested. He was released after posting a $4,000 bail. 76ers unveiled their new jerseys. Oh, this is fun. For those of you from Philadelphia, will instantly recognize Boathouse Row. It's just a couple of boathouses on the Schuylkill River going into the city. It's very pretty for sure, but doesn't really scream 76ers to me. There's so many cool designs they could have gone with. This was not one of them. Oh, it's so horrible looking. I love this picture of it on Simmons' back here, Ben Simmons' back. It just doesn't make much sense to me. I think they could have gone with a million better options for the Sixers. Luckily, these are not going to be their permanent jersey. It's just a, fun part-time jersey. I don't know. All right, baseball. The Miami Marlins made history this week, hiring Kim Ng as the first female general manager. Congratulations to Kim Ng. She's been around the league for a long time. She served as assistant GM in the Yankees organization and with the Dodgers. And she... I think she's had some other jobs as well within the Marlins organization. But she's been around baseball for years, a very long time, and so congratulations on the Marlins making history. Hopefully Kim Ng is able to make some amazing moves for you guys and get the Marlins on the path to victory. They had a better season this year. I think she's stepping into a good situation, a young team. They have some assets. They could really build upon that and possibly continue to make the playoffs year in, year out. I don't know. We'll see. All right, Tony La Russa. He is the Hall of Famer that tried to get out of a DUI by claiming he was a Hall of Famer. He was charged with this DUI, which stems from an arrest back in February. He allegedly ran his car into a curb and then left it smoking on the side of the road. So that's fun, right? But no joke. He let's see. I have the actual. I think I have the actual statement here. He said, "Do you see my ring? I'm a Hall of Famer. I'm a Hall of Famer baseball person. I'm legit. I'm a Hall of Famer, brother." Oh, I'm going to have to try that next time I get into an accident. I'm going to be like, "See my ring? I'm a Hall of Famer. I'm famous. You don't recognize me from Sports with Nick Drago? I'm the Nick Drago in that title." Oh, La Russa. Not a great look for the brand spanking new Chicago White Sox manager, but hopefully this all just goes away soon. The White Sox can just start playing baseball, because it's not looking great so far for them. Marcus Stroman accepts the New York Mets $18.9 million qualifying offer. This is a great move. Stroman had a really good time in New York. He played well for the Mets, and the Mets are being hyper aggressive. So this is really like the first moves for Steve Cohen, is that he wants this team to be successful. They have the money. Now they got to start spending the money. A couple other players that they were reaching out to: Kevin Gausman, Trevor Bauer, George Springer, DJ LeMahieu, and JT Realmuto, all receiving offers from the New York Mets. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. From their teams. The only players to reject those... Yeah, the Mets didn't just throw out a bunch of offers and contracts to these people. I'm sorry. But Stroman and Gausman, they're the only ones who have not rejected those deals. So Bauer, Springer, LeMahieu, Realmuto, they could all be on the free agent market. And it could be a big market this year. A lot of teams looking to improve. So the NHL is coming up with their plans for the next season. I'm sorry, I got stuck in this. For those watching us on YouTube, you're watching me scroll through a whole bunch of stuff. The plan right now is for the season to start January 1st. That's right. Now, what they haven't figured out yet is, are they going to play in hub cities, or are they going to just play in their own arenas? So part of the problem is they don't want to repeat the same mistakes that baseball and football have made, where you're constantly hearing about people testing positive and, having to shut down or change games. So put them in hub cities with a little bit more, with a little bit more freedom than they had before. They're not locked into this hotel/arena. They can at least go out to a couple restaurants and whatnot and still be able to thrive and survive. Do you do it in only a few hub cities for the main teams? I don't know. They're still trying to figure this out. One of the theories that came up is that they would keep all the divisions in one city. They could do it that way, and maybe they play there for 2-3 weeks, and then they go home for 2 or 3 weeks, and then they come back. That way you're constantly quarantining and unquarantining. It was a thought. But right now there's still no guaranteed plans. That's just the most current plan that we've heard from Gary Bettman, and from the NHLPA. So they're working out the details. But right now it looks like January 1st is where they're hoping to start. So hopefully we get some more traction on this soon. I mean, these things can come together pretty quickly, right? 2 weeks ago, the NBA, we didn't know when they were going to start. And then that report came out that if they don't start soon, they're going to lose a lot of money. So wheels got in motion pretty quickly. Again, players want to play. Some of these teams haven't played in months, so they want to get back to it. They haven't played since March. Now they're waiting until January 1st to play again. They're going to have to shake that rust off. All right, Tiger Woods. Tiger, defending champ at the Masters this year, made history for all the wrong reasons. Tiger on the 16th hole, and everybody knows that infamous... it was the 12th hole. My bad. At the 12th hole at Augusta, Tiger shot a 10. Oh, double bogey and then some. So you could see actually the breakdown of his 12th hole. First he had a tee shot in the water, then, you get a penalty for a drop. Then he hit it with wedge and it went into the water, take another penalty for the drop. There's 4 right there, and he's only swung the club twice. Then it went to the back bunker, took another bunker shot, and it went into the water. Then you have to take another drop, right? Then another bunker shot, and then he missed a putt, and then he had to 2-putt it in. But bad day for Tiger, and a lot of other guys who were really close this morning had a bad day. But Dustin Johnson goes to win the Masters with the lowest score in tournament history. Congratulations to Dustin Johnson, and you know what? He deserves it. The guy's been number one. He's consistently ranked number 1 in the world. This is only his second major, which I found hard to believe. I thought he had at least had 2 or 3 by this point. It's only his second. So congratulations, Dustin, and enjoy that green jacket, buddy. All right. Well, I think that's all the fun times that I had for today. Special thanks, as usual, to Johanna Drago. She is the content editor and logo designer for this podcast. Also would like to thank our social media warriors, Gary and Mary Kay Albert. They like to listen in every week, and I like to have them listen in. And of course, we got Jorge Pajares, and we got Joe Calabro. They're always listening. We got plenty of fans out there. And if you want to be a fan, and I can name your name on the show, all that stuff, send me an email, sports3xpodcast@gmail.com. Again, sports3xpodcast@gmail.com. The music you hear for the show is a song called Golden Sunrise by Josh Woodward. A link to his website can be found in the show notes. Okay. If you like what you heard today, find me on SoundCloud, Twitter, YouTube, and the Facebook. Just type in Sports with Nick Drago or Sports3X Podcast. You'll find me. And you can also like, share, comment, and tweet things about me. Please, nice things, though. Like, I'm not into all that negative mumbo-jumbo on the interwebs. Do all that stuff that you do, and hopefully people out there hear it, love it, listen to it. If not, then I hate you, and I hope you never enjoy a podcast again if you don't enjoy it. I'm just kidding. I wish you luck. If you don't enjoy my podcast, good luck finding a better one. All right, friends, thanks again for joining us. I have a hangover, and I'm going to bed.